Alright, now let's get started with ATP production. So what is the main energy molecule within the body? There you go, adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. Now ATP stores energy via high energy phosphate bonds, and you can see these here. And the body has multiple processes to create ATP depending on whether oxygen is present or not. Generally, when oxygen is present, it's called aerobic metabolism, and when oxygen is absent, it's called anaerobic metabolism. Now, aerobic metabolism takes place both in the cytoplasm as well as the mitochondria, where oxygen ends up acting as the final electron acceptor. Now, aerobic metabolism of glucose can produce 32 ATP via the malate aspartate shuttle found in the heart and the liver. This shuttle transports NADH electrons gathered in the cytoplasm to the mitochondria NADH acceptor, which can produce 3 ATP molecules per NADH. Now, only 30 molecules of ATP are produced when the glycerol 3-phosphate shuttle is used within muscle. The difference here is that this shuttle transports NADH electrons from the cytoplasm to mitochondrial FADH2 acceptors, and these can only produce 2 ATP molecules per NADH consumed. So just to review that, aerobic metabolism takes place in the presence of O2. You have both the malate aspartate shuttle, which takes place in the heart and the liver, as well as the glycerol 3-phosphate shuttle, which takes place predominantly within muscle. The malate aspartate shuttle produces 32 ATP, as it uses NADH solely as its electron acceptor. Now, the glycerol 3-phosphate shuttle only produces 30 ATP, and this is because it uses cytoplasm NADH and then transfers electrons to mitochondrial FADH2, which can only produce 2 ATP per FADH2. Now, for anaerobic metabolism, this takes place only within the cytoplasm of the cell, and it does not require oxygen. And can you think of which cell type in the body anaerobic metabolism is the only source of ATP? A hint here is which cell types, when mature, lack mitochondria. There you go, the red blood cells. Remember, red blood cells lack organelles, and therefore they lack mitochondria, so they only use anaerobic metabolism to produce ATP. Now, anaerobic ATP production, or glycolysis, produces 4 total ATP, but it requires 2 ATP to be invested, so therefore anaerobic metabolism has a net gain of only 2 ATP molecules per glucose. Alright, now for a fun fact. Did you know that arsenic poisoning disrupts glycolysis by inhibiting the rate-limiting enzyme pyruvate dehydrogenase? So arsenic will inhibit the body's ability to create ATP. And when cells are starved of ATP, or working energy, they will eventually die. Alright, now let's wrap it up with a flash quiz. A 25-year-old runner is exercising to the point of requiring anaerobic glycolysis. How many ATP per glucose molecule does she produce? Well, in the case of pure anaerobic metabolism, you'll make 4 ATP, but you only have a net gain of 2 ATP, because 2 ATP must be invested for glycolysis to take place. And this is dramatically less than the 32 ATP produced by the malate aspartate shuttle when oxygen is available for aerobic metabolism. Alright, well that'll wrap up ATP production. See you in the next video.